And we're live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to the youths them going out to school this morning. Shout out to construction workers, heavy equipment operators. Shout out to the chefs in the kitchen. Shout out to the secretaries in the offices. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Whatever your job description is, your career field is, shout out to you. And shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. My voice is a little bit off this morning, so I can't talk too loud. Um, Under the weather kind of thing. I'm trying to like sip some lemon in some warm water and these kind of things, honey and stuff, and try to get the voice going back again. Normal thing. But I'm feeling good and I have a lot to be thankful for, so I'm not going to complain. I almost lost my voice over the weekend, but we home remedied it and it worked. So here I am. All right. Audrey Wright says, I don't know why I thought we were only getting videos today. No, it's Monday, Audrey. Monday, I should have got a shave and a haircut and all these things, and I didn't. And my elbow look like it malice lotion. Is all right. We're all here. It's Monday morning. Shout out to everybody who's here this morning. The chat room is open. All I ask is that you keep it clean, keep it respectful. Your first attempt at a disrespect is going to give us a signal that says you want to be blocked from the channel. So we will just gladly block you from the channel and continue with what we're dealing with. Now, if you want to join us and, be a part of this family, we don't have to agree on everything. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a yes man, yes sir kind of person. We can disagree, but I will definitely try to keep it mutually respectful. See? All right. Um, Yvonne Wallace says, nope, I see it's not. SMH, my days seem to be running into each other lately. Yes, I know exactly what that feel like. It'll be Wednesday and I'm thinking it's Monday. It'll be Friday and I'm thinking it's Wednesday. Because you're just working, right? And you don't even look at the days or nothing. You just work, work, work. Like Rihanna. Work, 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 work. That's all we do most most of the time. I see somebody put up a post yesterday before I get into the topics. I see somebody put up a post yesterday that says, boy, it's like I left Jamaica to come to America to take on all these bills and stress. Like somebody could have warned me. And I saw the post and I laughed. I laughed so hard, because and I responded and I said that foreign pressure is a different kind of pressure, my friend. It is. And I left a message too that said for all the people out there, on behalf of almost every Jamaican, it's probably almost every Caribbean person from their respective Caribbean islands. But I can speak specifically for Jamaica. You see, if we could make the kind of money that we make in the places we're at outside of Jamaica, y'all would probably never get to meet us because we probably would never leave. And that's the mindset for most, right? Who is out here right now looking at, they're trying to look at to go back. And very few are saying they're not going back. And then, yeah, if we could get it, if we could get the money that we're making in a foreign, we would have never left yard. And I thought about it like how I used to get up in the morning. Like even now when I go on vacation or when I go to Jamaica, I wake up in the morning, I pick up a knife, and go outside. And there's so many fruits, different types of fruits, pan trees. And I think about it here, I'll wake up and I'll go in the fridge or in the cupboard. And if you didn't pay for it or buy it from somebody grocery store or something, you don't have access to it, right? So at Jamaica, I wake up, I go outside, I already see what's for dinner because we plant yam. I love yellow yam. Whole heap of yellow yam about the place. I'm from Clarendon. I know it's a piece of yam. I gotta get dig up later. The tree that have ackee, it loaded with ackee till the tree bend. I'm like, yo, holy pa aki there. Can I have aki and saltfish, or we can just have aki? Or you can aki with whatever you want put in it. You know, some people do. Some people put pork in it. Some people put all kind of something in it. Um, just food everywhere, and that's how I start my day off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking now when she said pressure, I kill her apparent. Just walk for pay your bills. Boy, I'm telling you, you ever paid so much bills that when you done pay the bills them, you swear you never paid the bills them because the next round of bills came back so fast. It felt like I just paid these a week ago. There's no way the bills due again. When in reality is a month past already and you have to pay the same bill them again. I look at bills like every 30 days, man. Every 30. I don't even say 30, every 30 days. The bill them just rotate like stripper every 30 days, like clockwork, and none of them ever give you a break. But hey, you know what? Somebody else said, yeah, but if you were in Jamaica, you wouldn't have these opportunities where you could make this money. I'm not too sure if it's a good trade off at the end of the day. But we can go back home and, opportunities are here where you can maximize them, save some money, go home, and after a while, you can sit in and relax and these kind of things. Just work with a goal in mind. Nobody come afar and come stressed out yourself and walk out your soul case and dead. Somebody told me of their grand aunt or their auntie who worked. She used to work one of you in the comment section said she used to work 16-hour days for how many years? And 24 hours after she retired, she must have catch a stroke or something like that. And she don't recognize nobody. And she built up a nice big house in Jamaica, had it built from the ground up and everything. This was supposed to be her retirement property, and she can't even go there because everybody that she knows is grown and gone. Like they live in Canada, the UK, the US. So she has nobody to take care of her, and she needs 24 hours assistance, or she has to be close to good medical care. So now she is stuck in the US in an apartment. Yeah, and our big house in Jamaica, she can't go live in it. So be careful, fix up yourself, take care of your health. Sometimes that's just the cards that you're dealt. That's just the cards you're dealt. That life give us lemons. Life throws curveballs. So sometimes that's just the card you're dealt, man. But may I pray God me not get that card there. Jano. Vybz Kartel is big, bad, and brave. Ahmed Syed says. All right, so the topics we have on the table this morning. A huge shipment of guns came into Jamaica over the weekend. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was ridiculous. Just even the picture of it alone, right? So we're going to talk about this huge shipment of guns and some suspicious activities that I see happening, and I'm wondering why Jamaica establishment, government, police, whoever are dealing with it in this manner, because they're always getting the shipments of gun, but they're never getting the persons that are connected to it, which tells me it don't take a rocket science to figure this out, right? Something cynical is happening behind the scenes. We're going to talk about that for a minute. I was supposed to put the picture of it on the front of this paper this morning, but I didn't. I'll somehow pull it up from somewhere. But for those of you who've seen it, I just be a gun. 60 something guns in a one shipment. And it sounds away when I say it, but when you see the picture, it resonates even more. A little small island like Jamaica, man, have no place for. I mean, what are we planning? What what are we doing with so many guns? Are we about to have like a civil war? Are we about to like go to war with some other countries? I'm trying to figure out what we are doing with so much gun. What is our purpose? But it goes deeper than that. We'll talk about that. There's a situation that happened over the weekend. A young man lost his again on these campaign trails because it's politics time again in Jamaica. And last week it was a woman lost a leg. Somebody actually sent me the video, which I can't post here, and it's on my other phone that I don't know how to put it in the chat room from that phone. But we saw the whole leg, like her whole leg actually come off out the road, lick off like a drastic amputation in an accident. And then this week, yesterday, a young man who's 15 years old lost his life in one of the motorcades, politics motorcades. Bob Marley's movie did 27.7 million US dollars this weekend alone. Yeah, this weekend alone. Now, Bob Marley's movie is going to have a whole lot to talk about this morning because people are saying no Jamaican in it, and that's why I been not support it, which is a lie because I just went and dug up 8 Jamaicans that are in it, which we're going to feature this morning. And then also, I see a lot of Jamaicans that are talking bad about the movie. I don't want it to spoil for me because I want to do an honest review. If it good, it good, it bad, it bad. But I want it to be my review, so I don't pay them too much mind. But you can't help but seeing it, right? So the 80 million worldwide, Fabian, there you have it. I want certain people to understand certain things though about this Bob Marley movie as well, right? And then retrial for Vybz Kartel is absolutely possible. A retrial, not an acquittal. Highly unlikely there will be the verdict standing, which means he'll continue to serve time. Highly unlikely. Legal minds have put their minds together and made it public. Highly unlikely. This is not under the mango tree talk. This is me observing legal professionals who are closely connected to this case, right? So for the Vybz Cartel fans them out there or his haters, whichever one who are deeply invested in the case, we're going to talk a bit about the retrial and if there should be a retrial in Jamaica, what we think would happen in a retrial, and so on and so forth. So that's what we have this morning. Now let's kick it off and start off with the shipment of guns. Let's get these. Let's start off with the Bob Marley movie. It's up to you. You choose which one I start off with. Let me sip some of this lemon tea and get my throat ready for talking. You have 60 seconds as usual, right? The guns. So we have one Bob, we have 2 guns, we have 3 Bob. Even the haters want to see him free. Did you know about the 15-year-old lost his life on the PMP trail? Yes, we're going to talk about him in a minute. Shipment of guns. Any topic goes for me, says BM. The movie was good. Entertainment zone. Bob Marley, Cartel. Big up, big up. Guns, 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 guns. It looks like the guns or Bob Marley. Bob, guns, guns. Save the best for last. Guns, guns. Bob, guns, 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 guns. Cartel, Bob, guns, 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 guns. Jeez. It's between Bob Marley and the guns, and we have 20 seconds. Let me narrow it down. It says guns, guns, Bob. All right, 36 guns, guns, Bob, guns, 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 Bob. These guns, 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 Bob. All right, damn. Listen, it's guns and Bob. So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start out with the Bob Marley something first, then we're gonna go to the guns. Okay, let's keep it like that, and then it's even between the guns and Bob. Okay, so disheartening. I saw a video of a Jamaican woman that she did a she people have their right to talk what they want to talk. Anyways, the sister said, "Ah, you left your good black queen sisters figure married some white woman down in Israel." That was a part of her rant against Bob Marley's children concerning the movie. And then she went on to say, and all I don't work nothing. Wanna just a live off on no father legacy. And then she said the movie is trash. The movie is shite. The movie should have never been made. What happened to your real Jamaican people? You can't make a Bob Marley movie and make bare foreign cast members in it. It has to be all Jamaican cast. I felt the need to step in and say a couple of things. And people are going to be mad when I say this, right? But check it out. I'm sorry to tell you this. Listen up. This is controversial. I'm sorry to tell you this. This is real controversial. Might hurt some feelings. But Jamaica didn't make Bob Marley. Jamaica did not make Bob Marley. Bob Marley was close to Jamaica. Bob remained close to Jamaica. Bob had Jamaica in his heart. Jamaica didn't make Bob Marley. If it was up to Jamaica, Bob Marley would have went only so far and then him would have fizzle out and be done. Ouch. Can't tell Jamaica that. Jamaica did not make. I know it's hard for you to understand. I know somebody else says, "Oh, look, fuck out under your." It's okay. Jamaica didn't make Bob Marley, my friend. Okay. All right. So with that said, I want you to understand. This is how we are start off, so everybody get an understanding of where this is going. Jamaica did. Let me repeat it one more time. Jamaica did not make Bob Marley. Bob Marley, born in Jamaica, belongs to the world because the world made him. The world recognized Bob Marley's greatness before Jamaica did. Jamaica jumped on the bandwagon after the world elevated Bob Marley to superstardom status outside of Jamaica. This is the reason why. Let me tell you something. To this very day, right? Jamaicans inside of Jamaica and even Jamaicans who left Jamaica, we not buy music. We don't go buy music. You understand? The rest of the world does. They love having a copy of their favorite artist's music. And if it's a Bob Marley, then buy the same Ross copy every 2 years just to make sure. Here is one copy that goes into like some. I'm gonna save this and open it when I'm 60 years old, and they're like 20 something, new generation. The next one, them, I've been saving this record since I was how old? I'm now 60 years old. Let me buy a refurbished copy and get the next one. It is the outside world that still rocks Bob Marley, that still listen to Bob Marley. And if you don't think I'm telling any truth, listen to me. I don't hear not one Bob Marley song I play nowhere as far as Jamaicans are concerned. I watch the parties, I watch the dance them, I watch it with street party and dance and all these things. They don't even play Bob Marley music no more. You understand? If Bob meant that much to you, you would have been playing his music constantly. You would have kept his message alive and you would have been constantly pushing that message out there. This is the hard truth. This is the hard truth. Jamaicans will beat their own down in the worst way. Yeah, me I beat we this morning. Me can't talk about we cause I am we, us. Jamaicans will degrade, push down their own in the worst way. You see, if you can survive them and you can make it big regardless, then you will see your Jamaican people. Man, as I respect my boss, you are the general that, big up yourself, king. But the whole time when you was trying to make it, are the worst people them ever. That not gonna work, man. Hear him voice, him can't sing. Him can't sing a rascal. That not sound good. I watch a guitar him a play. Brother gonna learn to play guitar properly and some man play guitar. You sound like when time John Crook. I sing that I don't sing. The Jamaicans be the worst to beat you down, beat you down, beat you down, beat you down to the ground. Jamaica did not make Bob Marley. So now, when a movie is made and the movie is appealing to the international world on the vex, because now y'all talking about, oh, you should have put beer Jamaican in it. The lady even said a beer patois should not talk throughout the whole movie. Why? Majority of the world that's Bob Marley's fans do not speak patois. And although you think, yeah, it's authentic and it sounds good, you don't want to sit and listen to a whole movie in a language you can't understand. You understand? So they had to make it in a common language, which English is one of, if not the most common language across the globe. They had to appeal to the Bob Marley fans outside of Jamaica. So it could never be a Jamaica only thing, right? Now, for the lady who said, Bob Marley picking them all, ziggy me sick of you. You left your good black queen them and empress and go married some white girl down at Israel. His daddy is white. His daddy is half white. Bob Marley come from a real white man and a black woman. And I remember Bob saying, I'm not on black side or white side. I'm on the side of the God that caused me to come from black and white. Whichever way you want to figure that out, right? Now, I feel like his children, they have a choice. They could choose which. It's like looking at a biracial person, right? The person has a black mother and a white father. How do you tell that person which side to choose? If the person said, I like, it says a man, and the man said, I like white girls. You can't call him a sellout. His mama white. You know, he's supposed to see beauty in white women because he came from a white woman. It might be hard for you to fathom it because when you look at him, you just say, "Oh, in black," but he ain't really just black. And we need to stop doing that. We need to just stop paying people, "Oh, you're just this and you're just that." No, we are beings that are multifaceted human beings. Everybody have a unique makeup of themselves. And if you're looking at a lot of us background and family structure and all that, you're gonna see a bunch of different things in there. Do we just ignore everybody else and just say me black? Cause me look like me black and the world say me black, so me black. Uh, um, or do you truly identify with who you are, kind of thing, right? No, and the part where she said, "Them are not nothing." The whole long no know nothing. Bob Marley's children, them just a live off of them father legacy. I wanted to tell the sister so bad, you know. I I said I feel like you never had a daddy that built a legacy for you. I know it's called jealousy. We jealous. And some of us who ain't never had no daddy that built nothing and left nothing for us to live off of. So we can't like hold up our chest big and beat it and be proud and say, "Oh, we are talk to." Yeah. I am from the Marley family. Shh. Pipe down when you speak to me. Don't no big disrespect because I don't have to take it. Guess what? Somebody paved the way for them to be able to do that. Yeah, your daddy never paved the way for you to be able to do it, so you can't relate. For them, daddy paved the way for them to be able to do it though. So the most silliest thing I've ever heard is them just a live off of them father legacy. Is that's what they're supposed to do. That's that's why you walk your ass off and you build a legacy so your children can live off of your legacy. I want when I'm gone, people see my kids and they're like, "Yo, so flow you them that you know, damn." You know what I mean? I said, "Look how them I live and them do good man and this and that and build something substat." That's what you supposed to do. That's what you are supposed to do. And Bob Marley didn't do it by accident. I see our next person say, "I don't think he was planning all this. Him and Rita. I think they accidentally just like things pick up momentum and then they just got famous and they went into." Obviously, you didn't study the Marleys. You didn't study Rita and Bob for sure, but I did. I've watched every old interview that Bob Marley has ever done. I watched the whole of them. One of them that resonates well with me is when Bob Marley said, "Yeah, man. So you think so when Ziggy reach certain age and start, like he was saying, you think when Ziggy reach certain age and start asking me for things like me can tell him, say like, me not have it, or yeah, no, or no, me have to make sure say things set in place for him, right?" The man went on to say, sorry, he will set a wheel in motion, and over time, it will pick up momentum, and it will build momentum, and it will keep on building momentum over time. Look at his legacy. That's exactly what it's done. I deal with my throat thing. So y'all bear with me. And the whole heap of talking is only making the cough worse. But let me calm down a little bit. So Bob Marley was conscious of what he was doing when he was doing it. That's why I never pay attention to how much woman him did a deal with, because that wasn't his mission. The man said he's a king, and he felt like he was deserving of all the queens. And he said every woman was a queen. I see how today low vibrational people try to diminish his legacy to sexual stuff. Bob never sing no song about sex. Bob never sing no song about chase woman. Bob never sing no song about get to a leap of pum pum. Bob sang about life and about real life situation and about spirituality and about strengthening yourself spiritually and these kind of things and going through the storm and about love, as in not no sex love, about genuine love for life and for people and for humanity. That's what made him who he is, not how much woman him sleep with, not how much woman him did sleep with, all that. Now the conversation is a lot of these women out here acting like a them Bob did cheat pan. And yeah, him did do Rita bad and him cheat panar. And if I did me, you see, it couldn't have been you because you didn't see the mission. You couldn't see the mission. And as much as he moved himself around between many different women, one thing you must notice is none of his children are out there begging bread. Remember that. So he's not your baby daddy that left you with your two picnic them and gone and can't pay a child support. He's not he's not him. So don't judge him with the same ruler that you use to judge your baby daddy or your ex-husband or your whoever that is. That man was conscious of what he was doing. See? Now, 27 million in over the weekend. Somebody just said 80 million worldwide over the weekend. I see foreigners saying how good the movie is, how they love the movie. And then I see Jamaicans saying the movie was shite. And I'm thinking, here we go again. If anybody we could depend on to tear down our own, it's us. Because no foreigner not tear down the movie. Every one of them like it. And start back with what I said in the beginning. Jamaica never made Bob Marley. Yeah, that part. Hard for you to accept, but it's the truth. Jamaica did not make Bob. Bob came, saw, conquered, did what he had to do in the little bit of time he was allotted to do it. Nothing couldn't stop it. It was that powerful, and it keeps on going even now, way after he's gone. I just want you to do this. I want you to think about this morning. I want you to think about all the comments you pass against other people. Walk with me, you know. I want you to think about all the comments you pass about other people. I want you to think about you being in your corner and being cynical and critical of others. I want you to think about all these things, and then I want you to think about what is it that you have built or are building, and how will your seeds benefit after you leave this earth. That's what I want you to think about. All of those right there. I want you to think about this morning, right? All right. Now, let's talk about the people who are in it. Me not gonna see the movie because no Jamaican not in it. Stop walking and telling people that, man. The movie has a lot of Jamaicans in it. The movie has, and I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm just watching the build up to the movie, like the press conferences and all this other stuff. Me not gonna see the movie yet. So I'm not gonna sit here and give you a critical review of the movie. I will do that after I've seen the movie for real. Right? Now, one of them, Alexa Game. Alexa Game, aka Alex A Game. He plays the legendary Peter Tosh, a founding member. Me not have to explain to you who Peter Tosh is, right? A founding member of the Whalers, a Rastafari activist, advocated for equal rights and the legalization of marijuana. Legalize it. Yeah. And I will advertise it. Remember, Peter Tosh was the original advocate for the legalization of marijuana. Before Peter Tosh, nobody else never said legalize it. Them just a bonnet and run from police when police they come, right? He also enjoyed a prolific solo career with hits like Legalize It and Mama Africa, etc., etc. Legalize it. Now, let me show you these people so you know. This is Alex A Game first. That's one Jamaican that's in the Bob Marley movie. Alex A Game, one. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to go through all 10, all 8 with you. The next one is Junior Aston Barrett, or Aston Barrett Jr., but you can find him on Instagram at JR Aston Barrett. Aston Barrett, if y'all don't know it, I believe it was Bob Marley's, they call him the family man, right? Aston Barrett Jr. will play his real life father in the movie. Aston Family Man Barrett, the renowned bassist for Bob Marley and the Wailers, who recently passed away just this year on February 4th. Right around the time the movie had come out, him passed away. And his son actually plays his dad in the movie. There he is. That's the next one. I'm going to keep going. Y'all walking around telling people you ain't seeing the movie because no Jamaican not in it and it's building up and I hear other Jamaicans saying the same thing. Me hear say no Jamaican no night, so me not gonna see it, cause me no want to hear no Yankee or twang a try talk like we. We can't stand it. It's disgusting when time me hear them a try chat patois. Why them didn't just hire one of us? All right. Naomi Cowan is in the movie as well. Not a Jamaican. Naomi Cowan in the movie as well. Um, I might need to spell out who she is, but I didn't have to because a lot of people know her. She is the daughter of the well-known Jamaican singer Carleen Davis, or Carleen Davis Cowan, with her married name. Carleen Davis, if you don't know Carleen Davis, then go do some research. And her daddy is Tommy Cowan, right? She makes her debut film acting thingy in this, playing Marcia Griffiths. She plays Marcia Griffiths. This is she's playing Marcia Griffiths in the movie. On the note, Marcia Griffiths was a part of the I Trees, right? She sang with Rita and what's your name there? All right. Then there's another one here. Gawain Campbell. Gawain Campbell, Anthony Gilbert, Bob Marley chef on the Exodus tour. And that person is played by Gawain Campbell. And Gawain Campbell, one next Jamaican again in the movie. That's 4 we gone so far, right? Uh-huh. Now we got 5. Here's another one. Davo. Hey, big up Davo. Davo, you look kind of strange still, probably something, but he's a little flashy youth and him young. So Davo, or Junior Marvin, a member of the legendary Bob Marley and the Wailers group, he will be portrayed by his own son, Davo. And Davo is into modern days type of music. He's released songs with people like Tory Lanez and others. Actually, he has a song with Tory Lanez called Pull Up. And that's Davo right there. And he's in the movie as well. See? I think when I said no Jamaicans not in the movie. All right. And then you have a noted talent of roots reggae, Hector Roots Lewis, is the one slated to play Carly Barrett. And he did play Carly Barrett. Hold on with the phone call them there. The longtime drummer for Bob Marley and the Wailers. And he was played by another yard man right there. All right. So stop spreading rumors saying there are no Jamaicans in the movie when there are plenty of Jamaicans. Anna Shari Blake, more famously known as Savannah. You know Savannah. Savannah, they licked the people with her car the other day and they got through some legal issues. She's a really good singer. Savannah in the movie, and she played Judy Mowat, who also produced her solo project, Black Woman. She plays Judy Mowat in the movie. And Judy Mowat in real life produced Savannah's solo project called Black Woman. And she is right here. All right. I'm just saying we have to dispel some of these damaging foolishness that's going on out here. And of course, this is one of my favorite. Me not say poke up on this, but this is one of my favorite. Sheldon Shepherd. Sheldon Shepherd to me is, let me see. Who's that actor? I can't remember his name right now. Big disrespect. My brain I work too fast in many different directions. I him say, walk and live, talk and bumble clot dead. And at the first, I believe it was Dancehall Queen. She's a dancehall queen for life. Gotta explode like dynamite. When name again? Come on, man. Give me the name of the actor. And then he played in Mad Max. He played Mad Max. Paul Campbell, the legendary Paul Campbell. This Sheldon Shepherd to me is our next Paul Campbell, but not saying our next Paul Campbell as in he's going to replace him, because he can't. He is just his own self, but another legend in the making, so to speak. So I don't know if you ever watch Sheldon Shepherd on screen. But Sheldon Shepherd on screen in every movie I have ever seen him in is gripping, riveting. What the movie name where did I run beside the fence with the Molotov cocktail and the politician did a talk and him fling it wet and I'll tell you in a minute. But Sheldon Shepherd is making his film debut playing the role of Neville Garrick. Neville Garrick was Bob Marley's close friend and art director. So when you go around telling people that no Jamaican not in it, I'll be a foreigner them use. So me no want to go see that movie there. Lies you're telling. It's a lot of Jamaicans in it, and you have to support your Jamaican people them if you mean Jamaica well. Back to what I said in the beginning, I'm gonna end it with this. Jamaica didn't make Bob Marley. Be thankful though that they came to Jamaica to film it. But Bob's life was like my mom said. My mom was like, if they were to do a true biopic of Bob Marley's life and times, they would need more like a Netflix series where it would have to come off series after series because episode after episode. Cause one movie ain't enough to cover it. You understand? Now, with that said, haven't seen the movie, but I'm going to go see the movie, and I don't want the people them to continue to talk the bare negativity that they're talking about it because it's still ours in a certain way, right? It still represents us and our brand Jamaica in a certain way. So if we mash it up in front of the world, speak negative of it in front of the world, we're murdering it in front of the world. The world is probably going to start to give it the same kind of reaction that we're giving it, right? Nigel Joseph, big up yourself. Manners and respect, fam. And thank you. I appreciate you greatly. All right. Movie has 1 hour and 45 minutes. The movie was King Biggs says, me I go see it. Me soon go see the movie. And then I'll tell you all my honest opinion after I've seen it. But that's what we have for the Bob Marley part of things this morning. See? We're going to move on to another topic. So if you have anything to say and you'd like to call in now, please call in before I move on to the next topic. Kitty Paw says that's the true thing your mom is saying. Yeah, got my mother go pick up some food because she cook my food and them thing there, you know. And my wife cook too. Don't get it twisted, but mommy still take care of our big son. So I went to go pick up some food, and that's exactly what she said to me. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, long time not calling, so I'm calling today.
All right, brother. Talk to me then now.
The criticism the movie is facing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Find it a bit weird. And I think as Jamaicans, and for the ones who are criticizing the movie, they're making the good Jamaicans look good, you know? They probably make outsiders think we're some uneducated.
Oh, your phone sounds so low.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, man, we can't always hear you, but you just sound low.
All right, 1 second.
I want the audience to hear you. Yeah, we can't mash up with one thing and go on like say, and listen, the Marleys don't owe us nothing. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, loud and clear now.
All right. So I think a lot of them, they're making brand Jamaica look bad, right? And when I've seen numerous movies across the world and the globe where actors have depicted people of the past for whatever reason, right? Or whatever they've done in history, I've never seen anyone really criticize those movies unless it wasn't depicted properly. You know what I'm saying? But it was never the case of why this person never depict this person, why they never go for somebody who look like Martin Luther King, why they never go for somebody who look like Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm with it?
Right.
Because really and truly, SouFLo, when it comes to acting, right? And that's the part that they have been criticizing the most, especially saying that they're no Jamaicans in it. But what they truly mean, SouFLo, most of them are saying that no Jamaican depicted Bob Marley himself. And I'm saying, if you look across the board in Jamaica now, respectfully SouFLo, right? As a lead actor, who in Jamaica could have taken up that role?
Serious question.
Notable actor.
The people are saying, what I hear Jamaican people are saying is that one of Bob Marley's sons should have played Bob because them all look like him, or them could have even used one of them grandson them, Skip Marley or somebody, because they all look like him still. Why Bob Jean strong enough, man? Because all of them look like him still, you know.
That's just plain stupidity. Because an international acclaimed movie, right?
Right.
That will not only be shown to Jamaican people, but that will go in the box office, etc. You cannot, as a production company, whoever is responsible, will not in their right mind look at someone like a Skip Marley and say, without acting experience, we're going to make you cast the father. You know what I'm saying?
Right. His
I'm
look,
not saying it cannot be done, but I don't
their
think it is right for
resemblance
this.
alone, was not enough. I watched an interview with Ziggy, and basically it was explained properly like this. There is sure we have people who could have played him who look just like him in the family. You know, the whole of the brothers them here look like him, and the grandkids, the son them, the boys look like him. But the resemblance alone was not enough to carry it off. They need a trained actor. They need somebody who can carry the storyline. You understand? And evoke all the emotions and do all that. Because you look like Bob, no means you can shine on big screen, and play a Bob
Exactly.
Marley.
And look at this now, so
And
when
and
Dale
then hold
Elliott,
on, hold on. Sorry, not to cut you off. But the last thing they would need is to put that movie out and use one of his grandsons or son just because, and then the world is watching and goes, "Oh my God, that's some shitty acting." Damn,
mhm.
they could have
Yeah,
done better than that.
that's the last thing you'd want.
Right.
When Dale Elliott did acting I Am Bold, I'm not sure if it was a depiction of Usain Bolt himself,
Mm,
but the name was I Am Bold, so it would have some, regards to Usain Bolt himself.
mm.
Why nobody never say make them not find somebody who look like Usain Bolt?
Saying.
So Flo, me no more man in Jamaica who look like Usain Bolt, who could have probably act in that movie than man where them say look like Bob Marley.
Mm.
Me no know no other Jamaican look like Bob Marley compared to him Grand Fitness and the Fitness them.
Right. Right. But the
But
resemblance wasn't enough to carry off everything. It had to be done to a world level. I don't expect everybody to understand this in a kind. Everybody have a universal chain of thought. Some people think very basic, right?
but to end this off, Flo, people are looking for mix up in the movie. And
Right.
because they never get that, they're being overly critical of the movie.
I
You know them
saw
way
a video that a critic left, and the video said, "Okay, I watched the movie, but I wanted to know. We know about Rita, but I wanted to know about all the other women. Why didn't y'all put all the other women in the movie and all the exciting stuff like them fighting against each other and all this other stuff?
this is
You're trying to control the narrative, though. That's the thing.
you see in narrative and movie so Flo.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to say something, make it up. Use your thoughts. Be creative. Be like a picnic. Just
Saying,
assume something.
saying,
Because when you watch a movie, the man reach from point A to point B. I don't know how him reach. You just know him drive, but you know the whole road him drive.
right,
So just
right, right,
just say Bob Marley have 22 man and lift it at that time you move on.
right,
If
right,
you want to know about Bob Marley, go read, go have them have other documents, you go read Wikipedia. You know, them with
right, right.
interview. But bless up so flow.
Manners and respect, my brother. Absolutely. The man said, if you want to know all that, somebody said just now that is exactly why we need the series. And I think a series would be definitely worth it. I mean, definitely when I try watch the series, that would give us all the salacious details that might be missing from the movie. I haven't watched the movie yet, so I don't know. Right? All right. We took that one call and then we're gonna move on to the rest. Is Monday morning, wifey, she want to go to the gym, go continue work on our body, cause summer soon be here, don't believe it or not. So we're gonna roll right along. We're moving right into the gun something. A large shipment of guns. First of all, let me say rest in peace to this young man. I don't know what going on in Jamaica, but every time politics come around, these little foolish accidents, incidents happen. Somebody lose life or limb. Last week it was the lady who lost her leg. I saw the video of the whole leg come off. Shout out to the people them who jumped into action and tourniqueted the leg so she didn't bleed out, and then got her to a medical facility where they were able to save her life. You lose a whole leg in the way she lost her leg, the whole foot come off. You lose a whole leg like that is only moments before you're dead, right? Now, the People's National Party last night said that they are deeply regretted this tragic accident that resulted in the death of a young man in Southborough Division during a party motorcade. And the youth is only 15 years old. The first thing I said to myself was, you're 15 years old. Where is your parents? And parents, where was your 15-year-old? Why him outside in a political motorcade? Anyways, he reportedly fell off of a bus. I don't know if him hit him head or what, but he later died at the hospital. And the incident was confirmed by Senior Superintendent of Police Christopher Phillips, and they are saying that please give us the space that we need to put this into perspective, and also for his family, that the People's National Party are there for anything that they need, any kind of assistance that they might need concerning the passing of this young man. He says that in light of the incident, the PMP said that it was urging everyone to respect the privacy of the grieving family as well. And we ask that they be allowed space to navigate this heartbreaking situation. The young man is right here. For those of you who might want to know who he is or what him look like, no, that's him. You know, things happen. So what, babe? No, I want troll. I can't be the real Andrew. Andrew Holness. On my watch, Jamaica, every ghetto youth is a star. Andrew Holness. I don't think that's the real Andrew Holness. But uh, listen, it is what it is. It happens. Yeah, it's a freak accident and a youth lose him life. The most we can say is be careful out there. And I'm still gonna say what I always said before. I'm not in the jump up and jump around, but to let people outside of us understand what we are, we speak like this sometimes. Seeing so what it is most of the people you see out in the streets with the festivities and stuff, them probably not even gonna be voting. That's what Jamaica is. Like we're festive people. So if party happen right down the road or motorcade a pass that have party a go on back at it, and we put on orange shirt on go out and go. I think what do you name be the comedian, Instagram comedian that Able Boss. Able Boss did a perfect example of us doing that. 1 minute him over here saying a green shirt and he's on the truck with the festivities, dancing to the music, wherever them stop our food, eat him eat that so. Next clip them see him in the orange shirt of which part the orange shirt people them there. I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, it, it's it's fun and joy in the moment. You know, politics for us has always been a brutal thing. Whole heap of foolishness going around election time. And I've seen where lives have been lost, war broke out, more gunshot busts than ever before. And now we're at a place where it's more of a big party than anything else. So we embrace that side of it too. I will leave that segment though by saying this. Please remember to vote as it pertains to you. Don't go out here voting out of loyalty for any particular party because none of these parties have loyalty to you. You understand? I'm tired. I see Jamaicans do this. My granny a JLP, my great granny a JLP, my father a JLP, some a JLP too. I'm a JP till me dead. And that has been our biggest hold down for us. And it has allowed these elected officials to remain in place and be complacent and comfortable because them know say once you say green, you ain't going back. It's green it is for you, right? Don't do that. We need to shake that mindset. We need to start holding them accountable and we need to make sure that the only way we vote them back in is if they made good on all the campaign promises they made before. If they didn't, then time to give up that seat, put somebody else in it, hold them accountable, and shuffle them out. Every one of them should get one term unless they are earning another term. Now, if you see a prime minister end up doing multiple terms, we should be able to say him get multiple terms because Jamaican people smart and they only vote him in because he was doing right by the people. We can't say that yet. We can't say that yet because people still have vote green and orange, and that's all. And I hate seeing it, and I'm tired of seeing it. So stop doing it. Right? Right. With that said, let's talk about this big gun shipment. Can we have some? I have some significant things to say about this big gun shipment here. The headlines and the news says the cache of 64 guns and nearly 1,000 bullets was confiscated at the Kingston wharves on Friday, where they were shipped from Miami, Florida, in the United States of America, and they were destined for a violent gang based in Jamaica capital, law enforcement sources have disclosed. So if them know said they were destined for a violent gang that is based in the Jamaica capital, they must have the name of individuals who were supposed to go pick this up. Otherwise, them couldn't have said who it was destined for. The serial numbers on some of these guns were already erased. These are murder weapons. The serial numbers on, remember the other day I just spoke to y'all about the banger phone and then the gun with the serial number file off. Yeah, the only reason you want serial number file off of your gun is because you plan on doing some killing with that. And it's not no justifiable killing. The two men now in custody were collared as they attempted to take possession of the illegal firearm shipment that claimed law enforcement sources who declined to share details of their arrest, citing the sensitive ongoing investigation. This makes me feel good because usually they don't catch nobody. Them catch two men who were trying to clear the guns. Florida, where the city of Miami is located, is one of the top 5 American states from which guns are illegally shipped to Jamaica. The other states are Georgia, North Dakota, Indiana, and Texas. And then you have Florida. Those 5 states have been pegged as the states that ship the most guns into Jamaica. Deputy Police Commissioner Fitz Bailey declined to comment on the investigation when contacted by the Gleaner, but confirmed that the local detectives are working, along with their American authorities, to identify all the players in this. The guns were purchased in the United States. Somebody must have purchased those guns, but the consignment and the concealment together, the firearms did not just automatically go to a shipper. He said, those are questions that will have to be answered, and we are putting all the resources and making all the appropriate contacts to ensure that we get to the bottom of this. He used the interception of the latest cache of guns and bullets to turn the searchlights on Jamaicans that are in the diaspora, urging them to utilize their community groups and social media influences to do more to help stem the flow of guns into the island. Okay, first of all, right, that's very dangerous. Remember me telling you before, say, me not in a gunman something. I don't want to call up them business, talk about them business too much. I like to go everywhere. When them see me, them say, yeah man, I SouFLo will go and big up yourself and go about them business. Them not pre me and start grip them gun handle and talk about, yo, that person there always chat up a business and a dog. Right? Very dangerous. I'm not out here trying to do no law enforcement official's job. We don't have a job cut out for no. We don't need to do a job and stop tell we boy we need to stick our necks out there. Cause one thing I know for sure is this. When you stick out your neck and them chop it off, them other people that were told you to stick your neck out, they're not there for you. You understand? And that's just factual. Hey, listen, I've been here for a while. Me not make up things when me talk. Me just raw with it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's the same thing they do in Jamaica where Samuda the other day telling the Jamaican people about it's full time you start snitching. On if you snitch, me consider myself a big snitch. Tell everything where you know I go. Sir, stop. Please. Snitch. Jamaica. The amount of shallow grave will find the other day. Snitch. Snitch to who? Snitch to who? Snitch to the same police them where snitch to the same police them where some of them are gangster. Snitch. I never seen nothing. I'm like them 3 monkeys. I don't me. I'm trying to keep my life. So me use my platform to tell bad man and gunman say me no in no business. And I don't want to be in it neither. I understand street politics. You understand? And to some degree, I respect it because I know a real street soldiers when me did I come up and them man they move like them. They move with militancy like they were in the army, except for they are considered illegal because street them there. Them have them own code of justice. Them people that don't call police when time them have problem, them handle it themselves. Them people that won't even tell on the person where shoot them. If you tell you because them want to handle it in the street. No, we don't like seeing nobody locked up. Send that man out to the streets. Let him fight it out in the streets. We catch him in the streets. We okay. Make them handle that. That's why I always say Me not cry for gangster and bad man. They know what they signed up for. So when them get licked down in the streets, they know that came with what they doing. I cry for children who don't know no better. I cry for old people who can't help themselves and an innocent mother who lose her picnic. Me not in a feed them something, right? That's a whole different ball game over there. Don't want no politician come put no battery in the people and back tell them about snitch. It's time you become professional snitches. It's time for you to snitch. No, sucker. The first time them pesheng weng weng one of them AK-47 they over our house, we not see you nowhere around there. You're not out there to help any of us. And somehow no are exactly the same ones where go back and tell them, say, say SouFLo, they tell us, give us the information. So, yeah, we don't need to go look into that car. We don't know how him know it, but him have links to the thing. And before you know it now, me not exist no more. No, I don't know nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't want to know nothing. All I speak of is what's published already, and that is it. So, with that said, you cannot ship anything into the US and clear it without proper, listen to me. You cannot ship anything from anywhere else into the US without proper identification. It cannot be cleared without proper identification. First of all, it can't even ship without proper identification. And if you get past that, them can't clear it without proper identification. So it goes back to what's Jamaica doing. Why are so many illegal guns so easy to bring into the country? Why is the process so easy? Because they stopped 64 today. Say 164 coming tomorrow, though, right? And it actually made its way in. But they show us on front page the 64 with them C's. Right. So the real question that us thinking civilians have to ask ourselves is, why is the process so easy making it in? Reverse that process. Try ship 64 guns from Jamaica into the US and tell me how it work out for you. I'll give you 10 tries. 10 tries and you're getting caught 10 times. Not only that, they're gonna have the person who shipped it. They're gonna have the person who tried to collect it. Every time in a Jamaica, 9 out of 10 times these big shipments of gun come in, Jamaica don't catch nobody. I'm surprised this story says they caught 2 guys that was trying to pick up the shipment. But watch what happens next. Keep on watching what happens with them too. Remember, I told you this, right? Keep on watching what happened with them too then. Now, the next thing I was saying about these shipments, right? Who shipped it? First of all, almost everywhere has video cameras, surveillance cameras, especially in the US, especially places in the US where you're going to be shipping containers and barrels and this and that overseas shipping. There are cameras everywhere. So it ain't hard to figure out, well, this shipment was put in on this day, say February 13th. Go back to our cameras, scan the facility and scan all the footage and see all who came in on the 13th when it's not hard. It's not hard. Me sure them never come in a mask and ship the things them and go back out. Right. So, and who is picking it up? Who are the intended recipients? These things. End of the day is this. Somebody in a position of power is allowing this to happen. Somebody or some people, rather, in a position of power are benefiting greatly from this happening. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it there. But stop bother with your, oh, we found 20 guns. Oh, we found 30 more guns. Oh, we found 50 more guns. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Until Jamaica starts to fix up its borders as far as land, sea, and air goes, as if once they start to seal that properly, we're always going to get these stories. 60 guns fine, 40 guns fine, 30 guns fine, 20 guns fine. The stories are just going to keep coming because they will always keep bringing in the guns, right? Until they fix it up. Now, if them can't fix up the ways in which these guns are coming into the country, that should tell you a whole lot about what's going on behind the scenes. And I say that without spelling out anything because I know say on smart, you can read between the lines. We're not into them something. I'll give you all a story real quick. My wife was with me. I used to speak about this type of stuff, right, relentlessly, like almost every day. Me and my wife get Corel out a road by a tint up vehicle. You see how the world is small? Where did they say these guns are coming from mostly? All these states, right? 5 states. One of them being the state that I am in the United States of America. So the world is very small, my friend. So anytime people want to reach you and do your things, don't feel like say you're out of touch, right? And I'll watch. This could have ended really bad. And to this day, I'm paranoid about it because I don't know why they did what they did. A car started trailing us real close, like almost hitting the bumper. So I said to myself, I kept saying to her wife and me, I said, why that person there do that? Like drive upon with bumper and stop, drive upon bumper and stop. So I made a quick turn without any indicator, right? Boom, turn left and hit a parking space and stayed there. The car kept going straight. The car come back round. It was a Jeep, and the Jeep was black tinted. The Jeep come back round and park right next to us. And they just stayed there. And me stay there and them stay there. And I'm telling wife and me say, lean back your chair. Because if in case they start firing, whether we are mistaken identity or whatever the case may be, right? So I'm preparing myself to defend myself and then pull out and actually I pull out, then pull out behind me. So I'm driving again, they back behind me again. And they followed me. It's not called paranoid, it's called me seeing real stuff. Okay? It's called me seeing real stuff. They followed us again and then follow me go way down the street. My bus a right, then bus the right. Stop at a stoplight, they stayed there. Bus a left, they bust the left. I'm walking it through my mind. There's a big intersection coming up. It was at the big intersection. I start dropping the window and I said, I'm about to fire. And as me do that, they bust off a right and I kept going straight. And I'll never forget that. So me always paro and know say whoever want to reach you can reach you. And certain things that people try put a battery in your back to talk about, them not did it for rescue you. When time you are go through the backlash of talking about those things. Right? Right. I'm very aware of my surroundings. Nothing about me no power, but yeah, me power. Me power. If you want to call me power, like when the movie name Shutters, yeah, me bomber clad paro. One time him did say that, yeah, me power, me bomber clad paro. Cause I am. You gotta have your head on a swivel out here. It goes down, right? But we now make no politician come tell we about snitch and tell us this. And it's okay, go do your job and get your police them to go do them job too. Me not know nothing. I me never see nothing neither. It's just funny to me how uno keep on missing who is sending these guns. Uno might catch a 1 and 2 man at Jamaica who was supposed to pick it up and then they get let go. But uno keep watching and see what happened to them too. Watch and see if they are tried and convicted and get years in prison and all these. Uno just watch. Watch. And then watch and see if them catch anybody over in the US side who actually sent 60 odd gun one time. Watch and see, and we'll talk more about that later. See? That's not paro. It is happening. As sis Afia, we know what we're doing out here. We know we gotta keep our head on a swivel, right? Right. So with that said, y'all playing games, and we know what the games are. But just don't come out here acting like you really want to clean up the place and you really want to stop crime and violence. And you on your campaign trail, you talk about all these guns, but you're not doing anything to stop all these guns because you're really not. You're really not. And I think it's because you're benefiting from them so much why you're not. Right? Right. So like Jamaican say, why? You look like I just saw things set. Yeah. And then I pray for strength. And when we can deal with, God give me the courage and the strength to deal with and change. And what I can't, then I'll just have to live through it. See? Now flex up my chest like me, I know big Superman, I'm only human. All right. The last one for the morning now is the Vybz Kartel Retrial. Vybz Kartel Retrial. I put a video up a few days ago that says there can be three outcomes in this. You know, Vybz Kartel has gone to the Privy Council now, and the Privy Council has gone off to decide on what they will decide. Well, I listened intently because I don't like when people who are not well read try to tell people who are well read what was said. Me read it, me reread it, then me listen to him speak it. Senior attorney Bert Samuel said he is 80% sure that there will be a retrial. That's what the Privy Council is going to grant, a retrial. This is Bert Samuel saying this. Bert Samuels, I believe, is the attorney for Sean Storm. Or if he's not Sean Storm, it's Kahira Jones or Andre St. John, one of them, but he is involved in the case. If there is a retrial for Vybz Kartel case, me don't know if that's gonna look good. And also the DPP, Paula Llewellyn them already said they welcome a retrial. So two things. One person said yesterday, Jamaica can't afford no retrial. See, y'all gotta stop thinking of Jamaica as this poor ass country that can't afford stuff. All right, money is floating in the air. Trust me, you're just not getting none. So you think the place poor? They will find money to prosecute whoever it is they want prosecuted. Let's put it that way. And then having a retrial, I think giving this case back to the same people who sabotaged it in the first place, it's like me giving my car back to a mechanic that I know frigged up my car on purpose. You know? If some of them mechanic here stay so, you know. Because think about it. If you don't go to the mechanics because your car fixed so good that it lasts for the next 2 years, and him not see you in 2 years again, him not have no work. So while you go up there and him fix the radiator, something else bust. You understand? And him see it and him not say nothing to you. Him probably push a pliers in it and make it bust faster or something. I don't know. But giving this case back to the same people who sabotaged it in the first place, I don't think it's a go. I'm hoping that the Privy Council actually sees all that. That the Privy Council actually sees and take into consideration that this case was sabotaged purposely. It wasn't a mistake that was made. It was purposely sabotaged. There's a difference. If a mistake was made, then retrial. But purposely sabotaged, I don't think they deserve to have that case again. And why would Paula Llewellyn them be saying they welcome a retrial? Well, she a prosecutor. If she says she welcome a retrial, what does that tell you? Them already are cook up, you know. They're already cooking up. So they're like, yes, welcome a retrial. The only verdict I want to see is a complete dismissal. I don't want to see no retrial. I want to see a complete dismissal of everything and the people them get to walk. Yes, B Cryptic. B Cryptic says big difference. I set up them one set up cartel. Now, of course, there are legal minds out there that are saying, SouFlo, if they get a retrial, first of all, most of the evidence was already recognized after as tainted. Second of all, that piece that didn't make it to the Privy Council in time, the finding of the digital forensic specialist that flew into Jamaica, that could now be introduced into the retrial, which, because that was a big part, it was about 90% of what was used to convict them. Once they entered that, that would be null and void with the phone recordings. So he would win anyways. You don't want to take no chances with these people. That's the way I see it. I wouldn't want to take no chances with them. I wouldn't be trying to take no chances with them. Me not play no game with them. I'm going straight for an acquittal. And we walk out and we go home and we call it a day. Somebody corrected me and said, SouFlo, it's been 13 years, not 11. 13 years since Cartel been locked up. According to Bert Samuels, usually if you have served a great deal of your time, say for instance, you got 20 years sentence, and you've already served 15 by the time it reached Privy Council, they would probably say at this point, the courts would be like, yeah, just go ahead and acquit, right? After all these mistakes are recognized, just go ahead and acquit. Because it makes no sense to go back and do a retrial now. You only have 5 years left on your sentence, anyways, right? Right. But in an event where you have not served the greater part of your sentence yet, then a retrial is highly likely. So Cartel was 34 years, right? Before eligible for parole, or 35. Now 13 and 13 is 26. So that is still not a half of the time he was given to serve. 13 years behind bars and him still not reach halfway point yet. So that is why he was saying a retrial could be very well possible. We'll see. We'll see if the retrial come out. Me hope say no retrial though. DPP still in power to protect the government friends them. The DPP, with Paula Llewellyn, this was the biggest case of her career. So if you think that, because right now she's 1 foot out the door as far as career goes, right? She's 1 foot out the door. She not just a start. She's not in the middle off and have many more years to go. She's 1 foot out the door. They just amended laws the other day to allow her to be in until a certain time. So once that time is done, she will have expired. I'm pretty sure she's trying to do everything in her power to make sure that that case there, which was the biggest case of her career, doesn't end up being a loss at the end of the day for her. Because that's what it will be at the end of the day if Cartel walk out. I mean, they could look at it and laugh behind the scenes and say, yeah, man, we get 13 years old time Ross behind bars, right? But they didn't get the 34 before eligible for parole, which is what she's gunning for. She wants to leave office and leave him in the position he's in now. She wants to know, so when she retire or when she's moving on to other things and leaving that position, that I put him there and him still there when time me I leave. And that's why I'm going to stay until it run its course. That ain't going to happen. Highly doubt that's going to happen. But with a retrial, you don't know. You don't know when them a cook up. You know? And then there's a part of me that think like this too. Corruption by judges, collusion and corruption. Collusion, them a work together by judges, attorneys, and so on and so forth. You see, if them look at Vybz Kartel and say, yo, I think that boy I would have done give up about 10 years ago. Me never know say they have the resources to fight for over a decade and change. So wait there, him have a whole heap of money, man. How much money you have left in your retirement funds? You have money set up? No? Well, here what? Running back through the system again. Yeah, retrial. And this time, and set the lawyer fees higher now, because we have to go get paid now. I'm thinking power. I'm thinking all kinds of ways. I'm thinking this could be a money grab. I know Cartel must be thinking power, because at this point you start to think, is my attorney even for me? Or is my attorney just trying to fatten his pockets? And they keep sending me in circles, appeal all the way to Privy Council, come right back down to retrial. Then what? If retrial, I'm found guilty. Remember, I know he appealed to Jamaica's highest courts in Jamaica already, and them shoot it down. So I don't think they're going to see anything different. They are convinced that they have a proper case and the guilty verdict should stand. Bias, big time. No matter what you show them, they're still going to stick to what they say they have. See? So no retrial. The grammar just convinced me it's not the PM. I was just slightly humored anyway. Oh, Lulu Richard, you still think it was the Prime Minister in here? Yeah. Andrew would never. He would never. Let me see. 58. We have 2 minutes. This is a case that I'm trying to follow, right? We are send no retrial to. This is a case I'm trying to follow, and I will compile this case in a whole different something and give it to you. But since I put their pictures on the icon this morning, I will touch on this briefly before we get out of here. Right? It won't take more than 5 minutes. So the sister, remember I told you all about Simone Campbell Collymore, and that's the next case that we're gonna be looking into and put it down for we scope through. This lady got 20 something gunshot in her man between her face, chest, and head, right? And it was orchestrated allegedly by her husband. So her sister testified against her husband in court. The sister of deceased businesswoman Simone Campbell Collymore, she gave details about how an explosive altercation between her sister and her brother-in-law, murder accused Omar Collymore, led to the destruction of a strong family bond. Apparently, Omar did have whole heap of girls. It was a gallus. And apparently his wife caught one of the phone calls, conversation between two women discussing her husband, and she confronted him about it and it mashed up the place. Simone's older sister was the third witness called by the prosecutor during Thursday's sitting of the murder trial that is currently underway in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston, Jamaica, as we speak. Simone's sister testified on that night of September 21st of 2017 that Simone and her husband Omar had an explosive fight at a property in Plantation Heights, St. Andrew. That home, that property, was owned by their parents, not his parents, but their parents. But they shared it with her and Omar. Now, at the time, their parents were visiting their son in New Mexico. So daddy and mommy wasn't home. And according to the sister in court, the sister said that on that night in question, Simone went with her two children to pick up Omar from the airport. The sister said upon Simone's arrival from the airport, she noticed that Simone was crying. The sister said that she asked Simone, Simone, what's wrong? And our sister pulled out her phone and played a recording of a conversation between two women that were talking about our husband. You know, a gal and gal talk about, girl, me say, yeah, and him nearly broke my back and him would big thing and him do this and that and them kind of something there. So wifey, like any Jamaican woman would have do, them want to mash up the place. Just don't try getting in one of them situation there. The sister said it was at that time that Omar entered the room as she was playing the recording for her. And she said when Omar asked Simone, how happened? Simone responded and said, why you not gonna ask Val? Following that remark, why you not gonna ask Valerie? The sister said Omar went crazy. Once the wife said, why you not gonna ask Val? She then noted that Omar began to curse loudly with a whole heap of expletives, BBC, bomber clot, ras clot, all the clot, them cussing up whole heap of F this and F that, and started mashing up things, just grabbing things and throwing them in the room, mashing up everything in there. He also attempted to rip the TV off of the wall. And during the commotion, the sister said her husband tried several times to calm Omar down because her husband was there, but it was to no avail. She said that Omar pinned Simone by her neck to the bedroom wall in front of everybody. And the witness said that her husband intervened because her husband was there. Him jumping at the middle. Him say, you cannot do this, my youth. You choke your wife in front. What you do? Don't do that, man, right? Intervene. And he took Omar down to the garage. Come, let me walk you. Come, go downstairs and talk like man. Left them up here, so. Omar attempted. Then he went downstairs when the husband said, look, we go down to the garage and talk. He went down to the garage and the Mercedes Benz was parked down there, which is hers, and him start mash it up. She said Omar was seemingly about to run her over with his car when she tried to prevent him from destroying Simone's car. It was then the witness said that Omar remarked that he was going to ensure that this whole family crumbles Omar Collymore is the one who is charged in the murder and conspiracy to murder of his wife, and he's charged jointly with three other men, one who has given a complete confession, and the rest are waiting to be tried. The fifth man, who is Wade Blackwood, who was one of the shooters, he already pleaded guilty and he was sentenced back in 2021. The trial resumes and the trial continues. And this trial, we'll stay close to this trial. So tomorrow, we're not doing no Vybz Kartel talk. We're gonna start out with updates to these trials and get into that. All right. That's where we're at this morning. It's 9:04. Not taking up no more a wife at gym time. Meet me here or beat me here tomorrow morning. God spare my life. Walk good. Be careful of who you in a relationship with. Let me say that part there. Cause it look like people now wait long enough to go into relationships, and then by the time you find out them demon side, it's too late. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with vetting somebody for a long, long, long time. That part, cause that's why we end up in a foolishness more time, right? All right, just a little advice for the day. Walk good, people. Go with God, and know say karma is real. So think about the things you do before you do them, because you shall surely pay that way. I'm out. Peace.